I'm Shashu. I'm 25 years of age, and I graduated in May 2017. I studied diploma in journalism. What made me want to be a journalist is that I love writing. What makes me want to continue looking for a job in journalism is that I have passion for journalism. I love journalism. Job hunting is not so good. Sometimes you don't get responses. Sometimes you just find that you don't qualify for the job. Sometimes because of my experience, sometimes I'm overqualified for the internships. Not being unemployed would force me to choose a different career from the career that I'm passionate about, because I was even thinking of studying teaching just so that I could get a job and be able to take care of my siblings. What made me decide to do hair on my spare time is that I need money. I need money to take care of myself. I have my own expenses. So hair makes me get at least money to buy my toiletries and stuff. I don't think that I have anything to celebrate as it's Youth Month. There are a lot of things that we still need from the government. There are a lot of things that youth don't have, that the government would be able, what I believe is that the government would be able to give the youth those things, but they're just not doing what is right. They're just not giving us what we need. Yeah. Instead, they're using money unnecessarily.
My name is Bongiwe Mahlangu and I'm 25 years old. I studied political sciences and public administration at the University of Pretoria, and I graduated 2014-2015 respectively. I've been looking for a job since I graduated in 2015. The job hunting is very confusing, right? Because, I was born at the dawn of democracy. And the entire narrative that we've been told is to be go-getters and dream big and go exactly after what we want. But it's almost like you become too ambitious and you've forgotten your place, so calm down. One of the most challenges that we face when looking for jobs is that you do not get responses. Because I'm not finding a job, I think that I might be forced, to accept something that I feel like is less for me, that's not really meeting up with my potential. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a graduate and being choosy, because it cannot be that you've worked so hard and then now when you're looking for employment, it's just like, no, when you're being too much. No, I just think that, and also this thing of throwing this volunteering on our faces, we've volunteered throughout varsity. I fear for the future of my child so much because, my child is a girl as well. And I just feel like on top of all the challenges that the youth faces, skilled youth particularly, faces in finding employment, also as a young woman, I don't think there's anything wrong with being pregnant at 25, having 2 degrees. But just then, because now, there's so much competition, capitalism, and also it's just like, by the fact that you are female, you are eliminated. Also, because you are pregnant now, it's another thing. No one wants to hire you when you have a baby bump. It's problematic that people don't necessarily look at your skills, but they'll also look at that you're a woman. Oh, plus pregnant. No, we're not. Company cost is too much. So I do fear for my child. Unemployment does affect my life socially, because I feel like also you just lose your confidence. And also how people let the guys get so happy when they see a graduate who's just like came back home from being in Pretoria for like 5 years or so. Now you're coming back home, and it sort of perpetuates this whole idea that, you guys know education is actually not everything, your degrees are nothing, you come back and you chill here with us. So to a certain extent, it does mess up with your confidence big time.
My name is Rizani Geraldine Minyuku. I completed my National Diploma in Internal Auditing in 2017. I have been looking for a job since the beginning of 2018. I've been following Careers Portal on Twitter, and then I've been following Internship SA. So they're always posting all the job posts or vacant posts out there. Applying for a job is expensive. Especially at the departments. I don't know why they do this, but then you always have to hand deliver. And then printing out your CV and your documents is expensive. Scanning is expensive. And then you also have to travel to their head offices. So for me, that has been a challenge considering the fact that I don't get enough from home. The reason why I decided to study further is because a national diploma, it's more like a matric certificate lately. And then the second reason is because I want to do my certified internal audit, which requires me to get my BTEC. And then people who are in the corporate world already told us that it's better when you have your BTEC because it has so much weight. The challenges that I'm facing with regard to studying further, I'm studying on a debt. Rest is expensive, so obviously I cannot go and stay at private accommodation because I'll have to pay every month. So I have to come to rest, and then which is like way too expensive, and my fees as well are way too expensive because right now I'm on a debt which is like 70,000, and then you try to apply for bursaries and they take time to reply. I don't think there's anything to celebrate for Youth Day anymore. With all the changes, with everything that's happening, I don't think the youth of today understand what the youth of 76 fought for. They say we have to graduate in order for us to get jobs, but then it is so hard to get a job.
The narrative has always been that education unlocks the doors, but even when we are educated, there are no jobs.
How long should we wait for these jobs?